Good evening, everybody. Jerry here and the gang. So I just want to show you some very low light video of the tank after some cleaning and trimming over the weekend. I'll zoom in a minute, but just to let you know that the par here is very low. It's only 7 micromoles at the surface and 3 in the furthest reaches of the corners, so very low light. The ATI is only producing 3 to 4%, I think, right now. Okay, so that said, let's zoom in and see what's going on. I apologize in advance for my Latin pronunciations because they're going to be more phonetic than probably they should be, but I'll go for it. So here in the corner, you can see I trimmed the hairgrass, the Eliocaris parvula. I did trim it a lot lower than it was. You can't see it as well now, but it's definitely shorter than it was. And then I cleaned out a lot right here as well. So I'm not really sure what I'm going to do here. Okay, moving on. This big plant here is the Anubias coffeefolia. You can see there's a flower stalk there. It's a little bit older now, but there's a lot of new growth. You can see all the new leaves here and there, and I'm deciding whether I'm going to fill in right behind here where it used to be. Right, so you can see there's some area there where you could have some. Okay, then I'm hoping eventually this Cryptocorini parva will eventually spread into this area, and I'd like it to fill all the way over here to this corner. And then, you know, eventually it'd be great if it can replace the hairgrass, but I don't think I have 20 years to wait for it. Okay, here you can see I cleaned out the Sagittaria subulata from where that was. It looks nice and clean now. And then I'll probably let this ET, which is the Elatine triandra, something like that. I'm going to let that go back as far as it could. Then here, I've been cleaning and trimming the Anubias petite, which is the smaller cousin of the coffeefolia. And behind it, the stem plant is the Hierogrophila araguaea. It's growing in fairly well. Here you can see more of the Elatine, or the ET as it's commonly called. It's filling in that area very nicely, and then I'll probably cull some of this tomorrow and put it in over here into this path, and then I think it'll brighten it up considerably. So you can see as I do a pan, so you can see it looks a lot cleaner. You can see a lot more of the wood. I'm going to turn on the lights brighter in a minute or two. But you can see how bright the fish look. I really love it later at night. It is totally awesome. Okay, so here you can see, maybe you can, but I cleaned all the ADA of any detritus in the front. So I'm hoping eventually, I'm going to take some of this hairgrass, which is Eliocaris bellum. It's a shorter version, and it's a slightly different color for me, and I'm going to take it from the side here, and I'm going to let it fill in all in this corner, and probably stop somewhere around here. I'm not sure how it's going to look with the ET. Right, as we come along, you can really see the branches of the tree and the different root structures that Tom laid down. Yes, baby, I'm paying attention to you. Okay, so coming in from the side, it doesn't look much different, probably just a little neater. I did, as I said, removed the few coffeefolia from under this tree, and you can see I put them over here, and I filled it in with the Anubias petite, and I really like the way that looks. And then here's the HG bellum, and that stays shorter for me, so I like it. So I'm going to let it fill into this entire area. You can see I could have put a couple sprigs there, but I'm going to cull some more over the next few days and put it in there. Okay. Here in the back, I just rearranged some of the coffeefolia. I might leave these here. I'm not sure what I'm going to do back here. I'm tempted to let the petite crawl up over where this coffeefolia is. I think it would look pretty cool. There's one that got uprooted and floated away, and I think that would uncover the tree structure, and I think I like that better. Here you can see from the back, you can see some more of the hygrophila and how it grows in. Right? There's a bunch more petite going along the back wall. Right. Here is the hydrocotyle Japan species, I think it is. I'm not sure. Commonly called pettywort. Okay, and that's about it. So I'll just turn on the lights a little brighter, so maybe you can see some of the work that was done, or the foundation that Tom laid down. So I'm just going to put the second channel. Go to manual, click channel 2, I'm going to say 100%, and it's going to brighten up immediately, and we'll save that, and then we'll just step back and you can see the difference, you know, between the one lamp being 100% and the other one probably probably less than 4 to 5. Okay, so just for fun I'll turn the other one on. The fish are not that thrilled with this bright light right now, but hopefully it'll only last for a minute. Right, so now if we step back, you can really see, you know, how much brighter it is. I'm not going to measure the par right now, but at the substrate it's probably 100 or more, so it's a tremendous increase. So now you can see a little bit, probably more what I'm talking about. You can see I trimmed the Eliocharis parvula. That's a lot shorter. There's 1 or 2 stray strands I gotta get. You can see some brown in there from where it was covered up. So by shortening it, that will allow that to get more light and flow and nutrients, and hopefully clean that up and regrow. So the coffee folia, I trimmed a lot of imperfect leaves. There's only 1 or 2 left. You can see 1 or 2 if you look close. It has a hint of BBA, or black brush algae, as it's commonly known. Other than that, it looks pretty healthy, so I'm just going to uproot this and just rearrange it a little bit, because it's starting to uproot from the substrate from so much growth. A good problem to have. Okay, and then you can really see the path where I cleaned it out. The Sagittarius subulate had reached all the way underneath that tree where there was literally no light. I don't know how it was surviving back there, but it did pretty well. So you can see here the path, and then the Elatine, and then the Anubias petite, and the Hygrophila out behind it. Right, so that needs a little bit of a trim, but I'm letting it recover. And here's this ET over here. It seems to be doing fairly well. Right, so as I said, I'll cull some of that. I'm really happy, like I said, with the way this petite looks over here. I think that looks terrific. I'm very happy with that. So let's see if I can concentrate on some fish for a minute. Sorry about all that as I drag a stool over. Hopefully some of my door cichlids will come out and you can get a little bit of look at what they are. And here you can see over coming to the left. I also have a nice school of rummy-nosed tetras. I'm not sure how many I have anymore, but some of them have turned into a really good size. And the cardinals seem pretty fat and happy. See this one cardinal tetra, where is he now? There's one with like a silver back, and he's been like that since I bought him almost 18 months ago. I would have thought he'd be the first to go, but he's been hanging in there for a long time. So there in the back, you can see, I think, the tail wagging of one of my bushy nose. Yep, and let's see if you can look, you can see him. He's underneath. Sorry about all the reflection, but he's under there, so you can see him. Oh, and there's one of my Dorsogeri, or the smiling Acaras. See the one facing you right behind all the cardinals? So that's territorial behavior. That's good to see, because hopefully maybe there's some breeding going on back there, but I'm not sure. But we'll see. Back out. You can see my dip-tail pencils. I really like those. I only have about a dozen left, but God, they're beautiful fish. I should just be done with it, put a screen on it, buy another couple of hundred and be done with them. They're just terrific looking fish, in my opinion. You know, they're oblique swimming angle, they're good eaters, you know, they're just really nice, I think. Here you can see some of my mummies coming into view, trying to be the focus. They figure they're going to get fed soon, and they're probably right. This is hysterical because I have a bunch of dwarf cichlids, and now none of them are coming out. So I'll probably lower the light, and that'll be it. But just wanted to show you what was going on, just in case. Sorry, this is probably a very poor video, especially with me, you know, dragging the camera all over the place. But you can see here in the tree right behind the Araguaia, you can see some more Java trident. And that had been on that tree months and months and months ago, and that grew from this tiny little, you know, dot almost. And over time it's grown and grown, and if I let it, it'll probably cover that 2-3 months from now. That tree would be covered with it if I let it go. But I'm going to keep the tree uncovered, and I have some more cleaning to do. Here you can see all the moss and the BGA, how it grows on the wood. On the one hand, I don't like it, but on the other hand, it looks quite attractive. So, and you'd be amazed how many people think that the BGA is quite attractive. And they're like, you want to get rid of it? And I'm like, yeah, I do. And they're like, but it looks so nice. I'm like, well, beauty's in the eye of the beholder, I guess. So, just a different perspective. But you can see now easily where it looks more things like the trees are on a plateau or a plain. You know, Tom's absolutely right. I shouldn't cover the trees up as much, but I really like my pennywort up in that one, but I'll probably remove that as well. But it's a good CO2 indicator for me, and it's a pretty plant, and I really like the way it cascades down the tree and shades it. So, and the other thing that I find interesting is if you look right in front of the camera, you see like this sort of brown stuff that's just floating it. I don't know what it is, but there's a couple of them. But this tree gets it. See, there's one back there, and there's one here. Let me see. Yeah, here we go. Right. So I don't even know what that is, but I let it grow a little bit to show you, to get an opinion. I'm assuming it's some sort of collection of algae and detritus or whatever, but it only grows really on this tree. It's really pretty funny. They almost look like some sort of insect cocoons, but I'm assuming they in fact are not. Alright folks, well that's it. I'm going to turn the lights back off and bid you all a good night or a good day, whatever the case may be, where you guys and ladies are, and hope everything is well. Here's my boy Sam, and off he goes. Alright. And that's it, folks. Thanks very much. Have a great one.